Avery. Okay, Avery. Okay, Avery. First of all, a lot of friends here, so it's always wonderful to be in the company of friends. So more than just the occasion of this wonderful release, I welcome you all. You can see Lara, Mahesh, Dabbu, Chunky. But I have to wear my glasses. Mrs. Pandya, sir, Alison. So it's really nice to be here, and I don't know, because Deanne only calls me because she says she has stage fright. She doesn't know what to speak on stage. So I am the proxy, I'm the fill-in. I'm not the guest of honor or someone who releases the book. And with due respect, seeing all the people who figure in this book and the people that Deanne has been working with and our friends, they are so fit that I don't even fall vaguely into the category of being fit like them. So I'm here only as a speaker, not as a fitness freak, so to say. I'm extremely unhealthy. I have very, very bad habits, and I suffer from a lot of injuries, whether I like it or I don't. I keep doing it to myself. So I will not be able to tell you. That's why this book is more important, because before you start your workout, or if you want to start training in any sense, this is the book you read. And if you're at a very high level of training, like Deanne is one of the first few people I know got into proper training mode years ago, when we didn't even understand what weights were, and dumbbells were only girls, or so we thought, which is really stupid of us and wrong of us. But to be honest, I'd like to take you through the last year journey I've had and why I think this book makes so much sense. Shut Up and Train. The reason is I keep getting injured, and last year again in December 2012 I injured my shoulder again, and it's a congenital problem that I have, that my shoulder spur keeps going, the bone keeps going beyond its shirt, so it cuts into the spinatus muscles, and then things happen and I can't move it at all. And I was in the middle of work, so I kind of managed to finish the film that I was doing, and in May, I think mid-May, I had a surgery. And since then, and actually since December, I started believing that the way I am and the way I should be is to be, just be. You know, I started finding every excuse not to remain fit. As a matter of fact, if you're injured, I think you should eat properly, etc., etc. But I decided, no, you know what, I'm going to eat biryani. I'm hurt now, I'm relaxing now. I should not have been injured. I started feeling sorry for myself. I started feeling disturbed. How should this happen? Why should it happen to me? Which happens to all of us even when we're not injured. And we continue doing that. So by mid-May, after I had the surgery, and now, till about 2 months ago, I had an amazing amount of self-pity and no drive, because self-pity leads to no drive. And I was just sitting at home and lying down in bed, watching a lot of films, which was nice. I watched a lot of bad films also, which wasn't so nice. But I just spent time in bed and finding every excuse, as a matter of fact, not to get up and get back to health or get my shoulder to move. My shoulder will move beyond this. Even now, it kind of doesn't go more than this. And then I met Deanne, who was working on this book about 4 or 5 months back. And she came and told me that, you know, you please write the forward for this book, and you know, it's about health, and why do you remain healthy? So I talked about the reason why I like to be healthy, but I like the title of the book. And the book says, Shut Up and Train. And that's what you've got to do to yourself, because there are going to be a lot of voices from inside you which are going to negate the finer aspects of training or being physically fit. You will find an excuse in everyday life, in every moment, every thought. My best friend actually in the world, Chicky, finds that every now and then. Yeah, he's the unhealthiest guy, husband living with the healthiest wife. But he'll find any excuse. But he's the sweetest. There was a time when he worked out and became fitter than even Deanne ever done. So he has to get back to it. And our friend Baba also has a lot of excuses. So we have lots of us are like that, and there's nothing wrong in being like that. That's how you should be. But I think at the end of it all, you have to tell yourself, shut up, get up, and do something. Which is what happened to me when Deanne talked about this book and the title of the book. Because my surgeon told me, take it easy, it's a big injury, don't worry, you need to relax for 5 months. I was told by physiotherapists and friends, listen, it's all right, you're injured, relax, don't do this. And I kept eating, and I kept sleeping, and feeling bad for myself. And I kept on thinking, it's all right, I didn't deserve this injury, so why should my body deserve any better? And I was languishing day in and day out in self-pity, and very happy It reached a level where, and I have this little system to find out if you are unfit, and which I would tell everyone to follow. It has to be in your own bathroom without your clothes. When you go in for the shower, you have to put on sunlight or stand in the sunlight in a way that your shadow falls on the wall sideways. And if you see a protrusion in the midsection of your body, you need to get fit. It's as simple as that. So if you're this big also, and if there's no protrusion, it's all right. But if it comes out as if it's going to announce your entrance about 4 or 5 seconds before you enter the room, it's time to train. And this is my simple way of finding out. I stand, and I'll show it to you. The technique is you stand with the light here, and let the shadow fall. Don't stand like this, like Deanne is, but just straight. And if your stomach is outside the shadow, you need to train. It's as simple as that. It's a very simple logic. I've done it for years now. I'm 48, and I'm very proud to say I wear jeans which are 28. Not now. I need another month, but about 28 inches, which is the best, 28 or 29. And you've got to keep it like that. And I'm very proud of it. I don't work out very hard. But coming back to what I was talking about, that I realized that I can find many excuses, but finally I just have to shut the voices inside, the unreasonable reasoning of not working out, get up and start working out. And I started doing it. Very painful when you get into the gym, very stressful. The results come late, especially if you're not taking any of the stuff that a lot of people do nowadays. I'm anti that. I think it should not be done, whether it's for work, whether it's for personal gains. I think steroids or anything which enhances artificially is not going to long last. And it's going to have some side effects, which you can ask Lance Armstrong, and he will tell you lots of them. But the whole idea is that you should just try and remain fit. Don't have to get very muscular. You don't have to get too big. You don't have to have a body like the wonderful John Abraham or like Hrithik Roshan. None of us can be as gifted. For that, you need a different level of penance, belief, and a lifestyle. Most of us can't do that. These guys are great. I mean, when I see a great body like theirs, or Dino and some other people, this young boy who's 23 years old, Mihir, yeah, fantastic. I mean, that's a different level of achievement. Or Lala, for that matter. These are different levels of achievement. So we don't have to try and do that. I think we need to keep it simple. And I just think all you need to do is make sure that all the voices that you hear, which are taking you on the step to regression, telling you not to do stuff, just quieten it down, get into that gym. You don't have to spend 2 hours. A couple of things you don't do in the gym, which I think Deanne mentions in the book, but I don't know if people like it or not. It's a personal thing. But I think don't listen to music, don't put on the air conditioning, don't faff around with friends, don't exchange telephone numbers, keep the damn iPhone away somewhere on the side. None of these things you need. You don't even need great clothes to go and work out, though it always looks nice if you have great clothes. But if you have a great body, whatever clothes you wear will look fantastic on you. So you go down to the gym, you don't have to spend more than 35 minutes, but you've got to be completely focused. It will always help you. For me, the reason for workout is very simple. I have a son now who's 6 months. I have a son who's 16 years old. I have a daughter who's 13 years old. I had kept my body for my son and my daughter in a way that when they are growing, I want to play football with them, I want to play hockey with them, I want to swim with them, I want to surf with them, I want to jump with them. I want to do everything that they do without feeling aches and pains. I think I kind of crossed that, and I was quite happy doing it till I had another baby now. So I have to get back into a fitness regimen. I have to shut up and start getting fit again, because now I need to train for a kid who's 6 months. So I'll be 60 when he'll be 18 or 20, I think, which is scary. So I have to be the fittest when I'm 60, and you can be. I'm 48, and I truly believe the age has nothing to do with your body. Of course, everybody's got a body type, and I truly believe what Deanne says in this book, that you need to train with weights. Weights does not mean 320-pound bench pressing with strange sounds. You don't need to take out any sound. Whatever weight you can lift, just lift it more often than you did yesterday, and think of doing it more often the next day. So I think it's very simple, very basic, and I think books like this become important, because when I started working out first time for Dirty Disco, a movie I was doing, a song, I didn't know how to go about it, and there were books, there were friends. The names that I mentioned of all the actors and actresses, that I asked them how do they train, and I stuck a picture of Bipasha Basu on the wall, and I'm like, this is it. So you have to, I was fortunate enough to have friends who've been working out, including Deanne, who was the biggest inspiration. And I said, tell me, what do I do? And she said, We just do basic stuff and just lift some weights. And I understood that concept. I understand it now. I mixed my training with a lot of stuff, but I do lift weights because the simple logic is unless you have muscle, you will not be able to burn the fat in your body. A lot of people say, बस चल लो थोड़ा सा, हम सैर करने के लिए promenade पे निकल जाएंगे, ठीक हो जाएगा, 40 मिनट में walk करता हूँ. Believe you me, that walk is rubbish. It does not do anything for you as far as physical fitness. It feels good, it's very nice, you can listen to music, and it's really nice for breathing fresh air. But I think finally, if you want your body to be fit, you have to cut your fat with muscle. So weight training is extremely important. In this book, there are lots and lots of exercises. What you can do if you are a starter, and what you can do if you are at the highest of level, because just now I found out from Deanne that we believe, and I believe that, our core is here. Deanne just told me every muscle actually has a core, and you need to work the core of each and every muscle for it to be working at the optimum. So small, and we don't need to know that, Mihir needs to know that, and John needs to know that. We just need to know the beginning part of it. And if you decide, and if you plan, and if you think right, which all is actually written beautifully in this book. It's very simple, very straightforward. I haven't read the whole of it, but I've read parts just now and before when Deanne was publishing it. And I think it's a great help. And it's going to be something that will inspire you too. There is a section on injuries, which is very fruitful for all of us. We do get injured, at least in my line of work or in sports. There are portions on nutrition, which are fantastic. And I think an overall holistic approach, as Shahrukh and Caroline just mentioned, it does have this holistic approach that you guys can look at, figure it out, while you're reading, start the workout, because one way one of the excuses not to work out could be this book actually. I will start my workout after I finish reading this book. No, so you'll have to start working out and read it simultaneously. And I'm extremely grateful to Deanne for thinking that I'm fit enough to be a part of this launch. I'm extremely happy that it inspires me that at the age of 60 I have the best body in the world. I want to challenge Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. I want to have the greatest body. I really believe that. One last thing, because I've spoken too much. Deanne, is that enough? Okay, because I have to speak instead of what she has to speak. Yes. इतनी नहीं कर, या जब से मैंने ट्रेनिंग शुरू की तब से तो नहीं कर. थोड़ी इज्जत हो गई थी मेरी लाइफ में तब तक. अभी तक तो नहीं कहा. बट मैं इस किताब का मकसद बताता हूँ, ये कुछ बुरे मायने में नहीं है. शट अप का मतलब और स्ट्रॉन्ग मैसेज यही है कि यार ज़्यादा एक्सक्यूजेस मत ढूंढो वर्कआउट ना करने के. तो चुप रहो, खामोश रहो, ज़्यादा डिस्कस मत करो, जाओ और जिम के अंदर ट्रेनिंग शुरू कर दो. सो ऑन दैट लेवल आई थिंक डियान ने मुझे बोला हुआ है, मेरे खुद के ट्रेनर हैं प्रशांत, वो मुझे बोलते हैं, मैं I finish shooting at about 10-11 in the night. I come back home, I put the kids to sleep, I have dinner, spend time with the family, और उसके बाद 2:30-3 बजे मैं वर्कआउट करता हूँ हर रोज. और वो जो ट्रेनर है वो इतने अच्छे हैं प्रशांत कि वो आके 12 बजे मेरे घर में सो जाते हैं. और मैंने उनसे कई बार बोला, यार प्रशांत तो थक जाता है. इसे नहीं, होल आइडिया है कि जब वक्त मिलेगा हम ट्रेन करेंगे और आप बिल्कुल चुप रहो, एक्सक्यूज मत ढूंढो, नीचे आओ और ट्रेन करो. सो आई थिंक ऑन दैट लेवल everybody tells me that you just have to keep quiet, go and train, do your work and get back. It feels very good, yeah. At the end of the day, if you can train, it is one of the nicest feelings, honestly. Smoking is awful. I think I sleep, my sleeping pattern is wrong. I think my eating habits, because of the work and the way I work, is completely. But also I think if there is regularity in that irregularity, it kind of works out. So I do sleep late, but I try to get that 4-5 hours of sleep. And I sleep very well, mashallah. And but yeah, I'd like to cut down on smoking. I'd like to give it up completely if possible. I would like to be more restful. And yes, but eating is okay. I've not been a much. I don't know. I'm sorry. This 4 times meal and 6 times meal and all this, I think is ayashi. I think you just have your food, proper food. हमारे को बचपन से सिखाया गया था, अगर आप कर सकें दस्तरखान. I don't know if you understand what a दस्तरखान is. ज़मीन पे बैठ के खाते हैं. So if you sit down on the floor with your legs turned inwards and eat, 1/3 of your stomach gets compressed. So you never fill it fully, but you feel it's full. And I think to everyone, when you eat your food, you need to leave a little space. हम क्या करते हैं, stuff कर लेते हैं. So that's one thing that I totally believe in, that you should not take a second helping if you can help it. you just let little hunger remain. It always is good for health, I think. I could be completely wrong. I don't know the physiological, biological reasoning for this, but I have this belief that's how you should eat. But yeah, maybe drink a lot more water. I would like to regularly drink water and drink less coffee. And telling my list of bad habits can it will be a book on its own. Here's wishing, just in case we don't meet till the end of the year, or every time we meet we'll do this. I wish everyone a very, very happy new year, 2014. I wish you happiness, and more than happiness, I wish you health. I think there is nothing more important than that, and I'm not saying it because we are on this platform. God bless you all with happiness and health.
Sir, you have any special plans for that?
For happiness and health?
For New Year and Christmas. For New Year and Christmas. For New Year and Christmas.
I spend time with my kids and family and everyone else. So, because those days are gone. There were times when we tried to go party hopping, and you end up having New Year in a traffic jam with strange people sitting next to you. So I have given up that habit. This party, उस party में जाएंगे, New Year वहाँ करेंगे, and you're stuck in some dingy dark corner with a person you don't know and say, "Hi Ramesh, Happy New Year to you," and you're hugging some lady, and you don't know. So I like to be at home and at rest, wherever that home is at that point in time. Sometimes we go out of the country, sometimes we stay. जहाँ पर हो सकता है, जैसे अभी हम वाई में शूटिंग कर रहे थे 2 महीने के लिए, so I did shift a part of the workout stuff there. अमूमन होटल में होते हैं जहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कुछ जिम होता ही है, और अगर नहीं भी होता है, so we kind of create a clubhouse. At least in my shooting, this is what I do. मुझे ऐसा लगता है बहुत लोग अपनी shootings पे करते हैं लंबे hours में. They create like a common room which has a carrom, a table tennis, pool table, but they also have like a workout bench and stuff. And I normally now do request my trainer to come with me, and we make it like a fun thing. We'll ask 5-10 people. If you're working with a unit like Rohit Shetty, they're all solid working out guys, so you have to work out to keep up with them. But if you're working in a more sensitive environment where people are more poetic instead of working out type, then you have to figure out a space for yourself in the evening. And like I said, it doesn't require more than 30 minutes. So it's not like a huge chunk of your day. And at the end of the day, if you work out and take a bath, I think it makes you feel much nicer for the next day. And today, let me be very honest, in the film industry, I think 80 to 90% of the people, whether they are in the direction side or production side or talent in terms of acting, I think each one is very well aware of wanting to keep fit. So someone or the other wants to work out in the evening or in the afternoon. So we all join together and work out. So you don't hardly miss out on the workout.